do... What does Smokestack do? It's when statuses are... Okay, so we can do Zap to reduce the targets for Smokestack, so I might hit Bulk Up. Good, so I can hit Bulk Up, and then hopefully get Gunk Up, and then Gunk Up can hit 3 times for a 10, and then I can do it again. Good, I can Overclock and get a Turbo and a Feral. So Turbo, Feral, and there we go, lethal off the top deck. Hi, I'm Alch, and today we're playing more Slay the Spire 2, still in early access. Okay, still climbing Ascensions. As we do, we just hit Necrobinder 2, so now we're trying the Defect on Ascension 2. I can't make you forget. Resolute beeping sounds. Good. 1 card reward and a random potion, 2 packs of cards to add to your deck, or remove 2 cards, which would just be Strike and Defend. Gonna try a card pack. A card pack that has Turbo in it is interesting. Yeah, Turbo, Momentum Strike, and Overclock. Yeah, let's take that card pack. Do we need anything else to win? Not sure. Okay, we're avoiding the early stores. We're looking for, I think, by the look of this, an elite-ish run wouldn't be bad. Could get 1. These are separate. I will probably say 2 because of the campfire. 3 elites in this beginning. We will mostly miss stores, though. I feel like we'll skip that event, take these 2 events, get that campfire, come up to you, get this campfire, item chest, event, and then from here we'll make a decision here whether it's campfire elite or elite campfire, just to see how we're doing, but I don't need too much in the way of card rewards with that opener there. I don't believe we need to block twice, strike once, and move along. 1 chip. Momentum Strike, Overclock. Draw some cards. Turbo. Get a Zap, do a dual cast, do a Momentum Strike, do a Strike, do a Defend. Wasn't quite lethal, but you can just play every card. Okay, taking a few too many chips there on a C-Punk, but what can you do? Lightning Rod, gain 4 block channel, 2 lightnings, go for the eyes probably. Null is 10 damage, 2 weak when dark. Ooh, that's also pretty good. I'll take go for the eyes. That's just a good all-around card. And we've got a couple toad pools. So I can 7 incoming. Momentum Strike. You. And Zap. And then we have to throw up a Defend here. Okay, 9 incoming damage. We can Overclock. We can pop a Defend and then go for the eyes, so we take less damage. Take another Defend and then dual cast. Yep, full blocking, doing okay. Good. Without card draw, I don't know how useful Turbo is, so we should just lethal you, pull a Defend for the spikes and knock you out, and we're all good. There. Ball Lightning's good. Leap is okay. I'm gonna do Ball Lightning, just because it can channel something. Abyssal Baths. As you approach the edge of the largest Cool. The liquid ripples, the water bubbles more intensely as if you're anticipating your entry. Healing 10's not bad either. It does... Let's just take the heal. I think we'll abstain from missing something transformative, because max HP isn't that useful here. We'll grab the event here. Hey, we got a cheese. The cheese is a much better way to gain max HP than a bath. Okay, I got a turbo. And that's something, so we'll do it. We'll zap. We'll strike, we'll defend. 3 chip. Unfortunate, but if you don't draw enough cards on the first turn, go for the eyes to weaken you. Momentum strike and dual cast, and maybe we get lucky. No, we'll defend once, take a chip of just 1, but these guys are also almost knocked out. Down to 46 though. Corpse Slug's down. Dex Pot, that's great. Tesla Coil seems cool. We'll take that because we seem pretty lightning focused so far. Smithing something like Overclock or Tesla Coil or Turbo. Turbo for more energy might be interesting. The zap becomes 0, I remember that. Go for the eyes gives me 2 weak. I'm gonna do that. And then we'll take on the Skulking Colony. Cool, cool, cool. 14 incoming damage, only 1 block card. So that's just gonna happen here. We're gonna overclock, get a go for the eyes, we can defend twice, and then blocking enough, and then let's strike instead of dual casting. Just because this is going to be a long enough fight, it's nice to keep some lightning orbs going. Momentum strike, zap, defend. Take in 3, unfortunately. Wasn't like I was going to walk away from this fight taking 0 damage. I can't really do anything with more energy there. I need some better card draw, I think. 4 chip here, down to 40. We gotta go for the eyes, a momentum strike. We could probably find something to block with. That would be good. Defend twice, do a little tap. Here down to 6. And then we should just be able to dual cast, and you're gone. Sounds good. Miniature cannon. Upgraded attacks? Cool. Barrel, first time you play a 0-cost attack each turn, return it to your hand. Or Cold Snap to help with... Barrel, I think. Okay, and then we need to smith, so... Actually, this goes down. We'll just do Feral there. And we'll grab this. Pen Nib. Okay, so this deck is starting to be more and more about timing. Well, I will figure it out after this event, which is Calcified Cultists. Okay. So, we can turbo, get a zap, get a strike, pull those defends. That's all we can do. I can be Feral. I can do a Tesla Coil. I can do a Tesla Coil. I can defend and strike and still take 5. Unfortunate. So I think that's probably answering us here a little bit. Is... I should heal up before we take the next fight, because 36 is getting a little uncomfortable. Momentum Strike. And go for the eyes. Oh, because of Pen Nib, that's why it did 14. A subroutine whenever you play a power gain and energy, that seems good. We'll do that. This side would have 2 campfires. This would... What does the upgrade of this look like? It's a 0 cost. Yeah, let's be silly. Let's smith subroutine so it doesn't cost anything. And then we'll grab this elite without healing, because it's just a terror eel. What could go wrong here? Cool. 0 block is fun. Thanks for that. Ball lightning. Tesla coil. Strike. Strike. Cool. So we just take 16. We get a feral. So we can always go for the eyes, and then go for the eyes, and then overclock. And we should probably do something in the way of block. Momentum strike seems better there. And then that's in range for stun. Zap seems good, and we'll just tap you, and we can dual cast. Good, good, good. Cool, we got the subroutine there, and nothing else we can do but strike 3 times. And down to 18. I have now 99 vulnerable, so let's hopefully just take him out this turn. Okay. Right, no terror in the terror eel. Fire potion, strawberry, and second go for the eyes, shatter. Is splash. Gonna just take a second go for the eyes though. Oh, it's the haunted ship. Feral. And I don't think I need to block or get extra energy, so we'll just be okay there. Get some dazes. Subroutine's good. Defend, defend. So 3's coming through like that, and then momentum strike's gonna be better, I think. Okay, you get a little... Yeah, we get a little go for the eyes, we can do go for the eyes again, we can zap, we can do Tesla coil, and now we've got a pen nib. Oh no, it went off. Straight dual cast. There we go. Lethal before it attacks. Iteration. Beam cell gives vulnerable. We'll take that. Let's see how this goes. Oh, it's a phantasmal gardener. Interesting. And 0 block off the top deck. Cool. The 7's hitting the most. I've got a 20 here, and I can do 12. Yeah. So we'll do this. And then let's dual cast. Pretty close. Turbo seems fine. We can zap. We can strike you. We can strike you. And then we're down to taking 8, which is again not great, but livable. 14 incoming. Probably start off here with a beam cell, and then a go for the eyes, and then a momentum strike, and then we can overclock. Pop in a subroutine, get a defend, strike you a little bit there. Take 2. Mm-hmm. Down to 16. Cool. I could Ball Lightning, and then Feral, and then Tesla Coil, and then Tesla Coil again. One more Defend, one more Strike, and still taking 2. Have a Go for the Eyes, which we will do twice. Strike them, defend, defend. Full blocking. Down to 8. Pretty okay fight considering I didn't have any splash damage. Okay, Explosive Ampule. Tuning Fork's probably going to be useful. Claw is also pretty good. Uproar. 6 damage twice, play a random attack from your draw pile. I'm gonna do... Uproar's got some good upside, though. I'm gonna do Cold Snap, because I'm feeling like I don't have anything that blocks. And I keep getting, like, chipped just a little bit. And that's probably not gonna be the most useful thing. So, Soulfish, huh? Feels like this has been a while. Ball, Lightning, Beam, Cell, Strike. That was not optimal. Okay, I got Subroutine. Got Overclock. I've got Feral. I can Cold Snap you. And block twice. So that's cool. It'll defend 12 of 16. Beckon, interesting. No way to get rid of it. And 7 incoming damage. So Momentum Strike, Zap will play the Beckon to do less damage. Take 5 because we at least have some Frost. Is buffing. Go for the eyes, go for the eyes, go for the eyes. Tesla Coil. Dual cast. Strike. Down to 93, but now is intangible. Cool, cool, cool. So Zap, Defend, Beckon. Take 5, take 6. Cool. Down to 26. I've got Beam Cell for Vulnerable, which we'll do twice. Go for the eyes, Strike, Cold Snap. Might as well dual cast. Down to 37. Scratch that, 34. More Beckons. Feel like we're almost here. Yeah, we are. So we can... Doing good. Momentum Strike. Takes us home. Goodbye, Soulfish. And Act 1 complete. Touch of Insanity is great. Reboot, Spinner, or Echo Form. First card you play each turn is played an extra time. Is good, but it's a lot of energy. This is a power, and I get... Do I get something for powers? No, I'm thinking of something else. Thinking of something I didn't do. Okay. Reboot. Shuffle all your cards into your draw pile. We'll take Reboot. Free hand every once in a while is pretty good. Teskatara. Okay. Now, how silly would it be if he were unmade by one of his own? Start with 4 additional energies, always really good. Get a strength from exhausting a card. That feels like that's... It's not like I have a bunch of card draw on my top deck, so maybe spending money to... Yeah, spending money to gain energy seems good. Yeah. We'll do that, and then we'll grab this early store here, I think. And then once we get that, we'll go decide whether we're taking 2 elites in a store or 2 elites and some campfires, but this seems pretty good. The Tunneler. Why is it always the Tunneler? Ball Lightning. Seems good. Overclock. Subroutine. Oh, I do have the thing that does that. Okay, I'm just... Strike, strike. I do love the full lack of block off the top deck. That's pretty good. At least we got a weaken in there. But let's go Feral. Let's do Beam Cell. Let's go for the eyes. Beam Cell again. Strike and zap. And then that does 9 before you go down underneath. Okay, cool. I do mostly need to defend. Yeah, let's mostly defend. Cool. 17 of 23 blocked. So I do need to work on block a little bit, I think is the... moral of the story. So that's not too bad. Good card draw solution there. Claw, Compile Driver, or Iteration. Ooh, Iteration's interesting. Deal 10 damage, draw a card for each unique orb you have. Yeah, that's not as useful. Yeah, let's take Iteration. I'm up to 23 cards, so we're going to be somewhat mindful of that, but I feel like if we keep getting card draw, it's not the hardest thing to figure out. Let's go for the eyes. This does 3, this does 3. So we'll go for the eyes here. We can turbo, we can overclock, we can zap, get a Tesla coil, get a strike, get a defend, block in 12 of 8, so that's pretty good. Okay, we got a subroutine, and then we can beam cell vulnerable onto you. Ball lightning, momentum strike, strike, downed, still taking 9. It's not great. Good. Go for the eyes here. You're knocked out, and then we can dual cast, and you're good. Attack potion, that's pretty useful. Lightning rod gives me more lightning comp. Gain 7 block, transform all status cards in your hand to fuel plus. Yep, that's a good card. And does a little bit of a block solution. Louse Progenitor. We'll cold snap, and he's coming at me for 9, so I should probably defend twice and then do a little tap. Zap, they're not striking us. So let's overclock here. And then we can Tesla coil, dual cast, go for the eyes, strike, drop a defend just for fun. Okay, curled up in a ball. Alright. Feels like a beam cell to give vulnerable. Go for the eyes to give weak. Momentum strike and strike. We can reboot and see if I can pull anything to block. We can subroutine, that's free. Go for the eyes. Zap, and then we do get 1 defend, which thanks to our tuning fork is doing 10 block and 12 up with the frost. Still taking a bunch of chips though. Okay, so don't have Feral up. I'm going to momentum strike, go for the eyes, Tesla coil, strike and strike, and take 10. Okay, well, feel like if I had done that in a different order, I might have been able to take advantage of the pen nib a little bit better, but yeah, those ones are better. I should really remember I have potions. I should remember I have potions so that I don't just take damage. Okay, merchant, what have you got? You've got a gnarled hammer. So 3 attacks get sharp 3. Meat on the bone gives me healing. Reptile trinket gives me 3 strength for every potion I drink. Bulk up's also kind of useful. Sweeping beam's kind of useful. Scrawl's good. Lots of good stuff. I don't have any curses. I do have some kind of dinky attacks, so I'm gonna do that. Get a strike out of there. So if we put an extra 3 on, like, go for the eyes, beam cell, and momentum strike, that seems pretty good. So let's do that. Go for the eyes, beam cell, momentum strike. There we go. That's pretty helpful. Got enough potions. I could get another turbo or bulk up. I feel like bulk up's the solution. Let's continue on. I've still got 95 gold, but I think that means not going for the other store here. So we'll just head up and do... Go ahead and skip on that. These events here. The Lost Wisp, which gives me... Whenever you play a power, deal 8 damage to all enemies. Yep, that's for sure a thing. Yeah, I feel like the store is not going to be that useful, so we'll go up the center here. Let's take on the Entomancer. Okay, so we'll grab a turbo, a defend, a beam cell, a dual cast. We'll grab something like an attack potion. Doesn't have weak, so that would help. 2 weak, 10 damage. Yep, that would also help. Yeah, I think that's all we can do. Take some damage there. Okay, I've got... powers, huh? Okay. Or... yeah, let's drink that, do Cold Snap. Then we can Cold Snap and Smokestack and Iteration and Zap. And then we can Tesla Coil and throw this. Because we're still going to take like 11 damage here. So I feel like we haven't really figured out how to like block or anything. Which is not ideal. Gonna compact. You're not even hitting me, so I don't know why I did that. Throw up that defend as well. It feels good to block even though I don't do it on the turns I need to block. Okay. Let's bulk up. And then we can go for the eyes. And then we can momentum strike. And then we can not worry about the Entomancer. Pair gives me some max HP. I'm gonna skip out on those because we can already sort of do that. Relic is Mummified Hand, so I get a free thing whenever I play a power. So this is definitely a power deck. Yeah, for sure is a power deck. We gotta heal. Not gonna entertain any other options. Just gonna try this elite. Because, like, what's an infested prism gonna do, right? Iteration's good. Go for the eyes is good. Defend is good. Zap is good. Tesla coil's a little better there. Blocking 12 of 14. That's something. Okay, compacts. If I had any of those, that would be fine. But at least gives me some block. I don't need more than 4 energy this turn, so it'll be block and block. And strike and strike. Okay, and then you like feral and overclocking. Okay, and then we could go for the eyes and go for the eyes and ball lightning. And then we could smokestack, throw in a strike, reboot. Okay, pull a turbo. That's good. We can defend again, get a Tesla coil on you. Compact to do a bit of block. You're hitting me for 33, I'm blocking 12. Ouch. Okay, some go for the eyes, some go for the eyes, some go for the eyes, some ball lightning, a cold snap, and we're good. Okay, down to 39. Ice cream, huh? Just giving me all the good relics. So yeah, we'll grab another overclock there. Heal here again. At least we're up to 70 now. Event is a lucky fish. Was that an event? No, that was a chest. What am I talking about? Decimillipede, huh? I could start by bulking up, and then I could overclock, and then we could defend for free, throw up a dual cast, and then compact, and then blocking 23, and you're coming at me for 24. I mean, I'll take it. It's not perfect, but I'll take it. Already I have ice cream now, so I gotta be more sensible about using my energy. Okay, I do have a feral, so I'll take that. Good. And then I can go for the eyes, and maybe within lethal. I could knock one out there, could knock out theoretically a second one. Is a 9 damage. And then I could get a lightning. It does 3. I'm gonna do... Defend is 0. We're gonna do that. Might as well do another go for the eyes to take some extra damage down. You are weakened, you are weakened. And you have exactly 20, so we're gonna do that. And that, and we're still gonna take... Yeah, like 9, but that's something. Okay, 11. Have a shot here, though, to hit Feral is just doing... Oh, wait, so let's do Overclock. Smokestack will do. Goods. Beam Cell knocks you out, Strike knocks you out, and we're good. Blood Vial helps healing. Also good. Defrag's useful. And Barrage is useful, but we'll take Defragment. And then Is there something that's really good to... Defrags, more focus, bulk up, gains more. Right, my attacks do more damage if I upgrade them. So we'll do that. And then see how we deal with the insatiable worm. Okay. So I get subroutine first off, which is good. And then I can defrag. And then I could dual cast here and beam cell. And then if we did reboot, we just draw 4 more cards, which gives me a feral, which is nice. A cold snap, a defend and a defend, even though it would have been better to not play that and keep the energy. We got our frantic escapes in. Okay, compact could be cool. Get a momentum strike and an overclock, so let's start with an overclock. I like go for the eyes to weaken you. You can do that twice. Momentum strike's also good to set up. I will play Frantic Escape, and we might as well dual cast to not worry about taking damage. Down to 213. Overclock gives card draw. Beam Cell gives vulnerable, which we can do twice. Ball Lightning. We do Frantic Escape again and defend, even though I don't really... Like, 5 defense on 21 damage isn't the biggest thing. Smokestack's good. And then we could always turbo. And go for the eyes. And go for the eyes. And defend for 0 and Tesla Coil. He's buffing. I still have a bunch of energy. Because I got ice cream. And you can't have none. Okay, well, iteration, bulk up, zap, frantic escape. I can tank 14, that's fine. Can't do it too many times, but I can do it this turn. 12 energy is pretty intense. Okay, so we can compact, and then those all become fuel, which is great. And that gives me a lot of stuff I can do. So we can Beam Cell to do vulnerable, and do it twice. We can Momentum Strike. We can always Overclock. And then get a Tesla Coil, which we should do after the zap. Okay, down to 16. And then I can dual cast, and we got the Insatiable Worm down. More powers, more energy. Deal 10 damage, and put all 0 costs. Yep, all for 1 seems correct. Because we are making lots of things 0 cost. And then let's see what we can get from our lovely friend Vaku. Remove 3 cards, add Folly. Create an ethereal copy of the first attack you play each turn. Is probably what it is. Never taken Whispering Earrings, and I don't feel like this is the time to start. Because we've got the Queen at the end here. This early store is tempting. This store is also within range, 3 elites, second store. And this one we get a store, a couple events, couple elites. We'll take the left one, we'll take the events and the store here, and then we have 1 elite, and then we'll pivot on that when we get there. sort of figure out what we're doing. Scrolls of biting. Cool. So I've got iteration. And hopefully that hits like bulk up. Fantastic. Strength and dex. And then I can do 2 weak on the guy that's hitting twice, I think. Or I can just... No, I think we'll do that, and then block twice. And then we've got 14 of 16 blocked. We'll take a little of my max HP. But that's okay, we've been just scarfing down cheese and pear all the way up here. Let's cold snap, and defend, and beam cell. You can always turbo, and still end up taking some max HP damage. But we're pretty close to just knocking ya. Okay, so it's still not the greatest at... What does glass do? Interesting. Gunk up is interesting. I think 5 3 times seems good. Especially with the strength bonus. I should probably be nimble or swift. Don't have anything that blocks multiple times, right? No. So I could always grab like a 0 power and get some card draw off of it, like subroutine. That seems like a good card that would be able to play. Blocking is for cowards. Okay. Custom card. We make a skill. Random card, 8 block, free to play. Get a little chaos going on. Okay, we got the Devoted Sculptor. So we could defragment and get a momentum strike free, and then vulnerable defend. I guess I didn't need to do defend or compact, but that's fine. I will catch on to that eventually. Probably right in time for the final boss. What does Smokestack do? Is when statuses are... Okay, so we can do Zap to reduce the targets for Smokestack, so I might hit bulk up. Good, so I can hit bulk up. And then hopefully get gunk up. And then gunk up can hit 3 times for 10. And then I can do it again. Good, I can overclock. And get a turbo and a feral. So turbo, feral. And there we go, lethal off the top deck. Not exactly sure how that worked, but we'll take it. Sunder, 24 damage, gain, yep. Because I do get a bunch of energy going. Anchor is a block solve. Additional power, that's fine. At the end of your turn, if you have a frost, deal damage. Get energy, reflect. We'll do the block solve, we'll get rid of decay. I could probably use like a power potion. Or a fortifier. Let's do a fortifier. And then that's good. So let's hit the elite here. Oh, it's one big Mecha Knight. Nothing else costs anything. So let's do a beam cell and a beam cell. And then we can overclock. Alright, and then I got a dual cast, a Tesla coil, an iteration. So yeah, let's hit iteration. Good. We can Tesla coil, gunk up, strike, and then we might as well dual cast. We are taking 15, which is what a fortifier is good for. Good. Okay, and then this is every 0 in your discard pile. Interesting. So let's smokestack, ball lightning, all for 1, overclock, turbo, beam cell, momentum strike, Tesla coil, strike, defend, decent turn. Give me some burns there. I think I can handle that. Cool. So let's try and use Feral to hit Sunder. No, we got Cold Snap. Let's try to use... let's use Cold Snap. That's good. And then get some extra Cold Snap. And then let's try and hit Bulk Up to hit Sunder. No, we get Cold Snap again, which is A-okay. We can strike. Taking 4 block. Yeah, nothing I can really do. Take 4 damage there. Okay. Compact Zap Reboot. Defend. So Zap, defend. Compact Reboot might give me something fun here. Subroutine? Yeah, that should hit something for free. Defend, we'll take it. We're blocking 42, 44. No problem. Okay, so let's start with Mad Science, get Glasswork. Sure, that's something. We can overclock. Sunder... Oh, wait, we don't have any vulnerability there. So we should just... drink the little potion, and then Sunder. And we can always dual cast. And Mechanite is down. Don't have to deal with that anymore. Pendulum, that's more card draw. Goods. Play a random attack from Uproar's got upside now, so we'll do that as well. Our relic is an Unsettling Lamp. Each combat, the first time you play a card that debuffs an enemy, double its effect. Perfect. Yeah, feels like the elites are going to be more value here. Let's smith something like... Mad Science makes it innate. That's fun. Get a little more turbo going on. And then we've got Soul Nexus. Cool. So we're going to pop you with a couple of vulnerables. Grab a defrag to try and proc. Well, Gunk Up is fine. Good. You can have a Cold Snap. And then I can hit you there and still taking a lot of damage. But 90 damage off the top deck's okay. Okay, so you can have a go for the eyes twice. Good. That doesn't draw anything, so let's hit Bulk Up. And get a little extra strength. We can Turbo. Paul Zap, hit you again. Block only 3 of the incoming 12. Cool. This is a very all or nothing kind of deck. Let's do Subroutine because it gives me some cards. And then let's do Overclock because it gives me some cards. Get a Sunder, that's cool. We'll try and use Smokestack to hit Sunder. Gotta defend. So we can do go for the eyes twice, like in that. Uproar, sure. That is likely to get a Ball Lightning, and that's lethal. Okay. who needs to block, right? When you evoke lightning, deal 6 damage to... Okay, interesting. It's a power. Reboot's also good. I think we just take another reboot. And then that helps out with some card draw. We will smith here. We will try and figure out something that helps with blocking. That just does more damage. That just does more damage. I think it might be bulk up. 3 and 3 is pretty good. Take on, oh, the knights. Interesting. Okay. We'll hit defrag and see if it gets something good. Mad Science, we'll take it. And then we get a Meteor Strike. Deal 24 damage, 3 plasma. Okay. You can have that. And we'll do it, in fact, twice. Because that's how that's gonna go. We'll bulk up. And they've got 7 energy, so we might as well hit reboot. That's feral, like that. We can go for the eyes here. Cold Snap. Defend. Block 29 of the incoming 11. That's pretty decent. I have been hexed. Okay, we'll start with an overclock. And then get an all for 1. I'll just see if that procs anything fun. Another overclock, another all for 1. Oh, let's get all of your zeros gone then. You can take a week to overclock. Overclock. Meteor Strike, sure, that seems right. But we can do a Momentum Strike, and then all for 1 again. And then we can Momentum Strike, and we're good. Alright, 44 gold and a lot of scales. I'm gonna take none of these, or maybe Skim. Or maybe Fusion. I'm gonna take none of these. I think we're doing fine. So I can lose an overclock. I think I still have a second overclock, right? Yeah, well, you can just have it. It's fine. Proceeding. I am gonna heal here, just so I have the most HP to work with, because it doesn't seem like my deck does anything super good. I don't have the reptile trinket, so it's fine to just drink that. Interesting. So I got smokestack here. Seems like a good thing to do just off the top deck, because I got a turbo off the top. So we'll take that. Might as well overclock as well. Get a feral, so that we can just play more, go for the eyes. This is weak, so we'll hit you. And then you, and then you. Zap is good, Ball Lightning is good, Strike is good. This does it for 4 turns. So we'll just use that to not take damage. At least that's stuff happening off the top deck. We have now been bound, so we get a little bit less stuff we can do. Let's defrag. And then we will Tesla Coil, because I'm just going to try and take out the Torchhead Amalgam as quick as possible. Seems pretty quick. We're going to reboot, and then hopefully just get more cards. That seems good. You're still hitting me, so we'll... Oh, yeah, let's do Iteration to see if we can't hit Uproar for free. Good, so go for the eyes. We'll Uproar you, and then get a Tesla Coil. And a little Strike there. Cool. We end up taking 2 chip damage, but the Thorns are gonna do good work there. So we could always Beam Cell, we could always beam cell, and then maybe some more beam cell. Could try a turbo, I like that. And then we'll do a little go for the eyes action here as well to weaken you. Take an all for one. Good. I can do some more beam cells, some more beam cells, some go for the eyes, a little turbo. There, and maybe Tesla coil you. Maybe strike you. Okay, not doing too much in the way of blocks still, but I can take the 15, and you can take significantly more than 15. Okay, well, we got the reboot. That's looking pretty good. So that's like a momentum strike, and a momentum strike, and for something as a change, a little momentum strike, ball lightning. I've got a bunch of energy, so I'm gonna do that. We can gunk you up. Hit ourselves a reboot. Okay, a couple more defends. Not really what I was hoping for there, but we'll take a little less damage. Down to 62. I feel like we're pretty close here. You gonna buff yourself? That's good. Go for the eyes. Momentum strike, ball lightning. That was probably not the most strategic way to do that, but we also don't have to worry about the queen anymore. Quick, easy win there. How do you keep coming back? Is Niao doing this? Random garbled lines. Foolish. Not so foolish now, huh? Ascension 3 unlocked. And we gained a lot of max HP, and we killed 9 or more elites. That's pretty good. How many elites did we get? 9. Well, I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please feed the algorithm to help my channel grow. And I'll see you all next time.